Welcome back to Comic Frontline, everybody. I am Brant Fowler, aka the Gonzogoose, back with you for another comic review. This time I'm talking about the Multiversity, the Just #1. This is one of the many Multiversity one-shots that are leading up to, you know, the end of Multiversity and all this stuff. This particular one visits a world where some of the younger heroes are grown up and have taken on the mantles of their predecessors. Like Damian is Batman now, and Chris Kent is Superman, and Superman is dead because of Lex Luthor, and Damian is dating Alexis Luthor, and there's all this tension between them, between Superman and Batman, because of this. And basically in this world, the superheroes are like pop stars, and you know, there's tabloids and all this stuff going on. There's, you know, big Hollywood parties. It takes place in Malibu, California, and it starts kind of with a murder mystery. Well, it's not really a murder mystery, it's a suicide mystery. Metamorpho, who is a girl here, kills herself at the very beginning of the issue, and they have to try to figure out why. But in the meantime, Alexis has been reading this comic, and some other people, it's become the hipster thing to do, they say, to read comics. And you know, it talks about the I can't remember the character's name in the comic, but it's kind of that whole, the comic is seeping through and you know, affecting all this stuff going on, you know, changing personalities and kind of bringing forth a cult kind of attitude. Connell, you know, the one we know as Superboy, Connor Kent, with a black shirt and red Superman symbol that we all know and love as the Superboy. He's there, but as Alexis lets us know, as all clones of Superman happen to succumb to, he is getting like Bizarro. He's starting to talk like Bizarro even. And by the end, there's like, well, I don't want to spoil it, but there's a lot of, let's say Superman's legacy is causing some issues. We'll put it like that. But it was a very interesting book. Oh, and I forgot to mention, it's written by Grant Morrison with art and cover by Ben Oliver. And the art was, you know, really nice, really fitting for this Hollywood style. The cover was like a cover of a tabloid magazine. You know, Grant Morrison's writing was witty throughout. I'll give it to him. I actually liked the book. It was a little bit repetitive. I think Damian said the same thing like on 3 different pages. So, you know, the pacing was a little bit off. The flow of the dialogue was a little bit off, but it was okay. It was a very interesting story, though, trying to tie all this in as we visit yet another one of the multiverse worlds. You know, one of the 52 universes, or 52 Earths, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying the Multiversity. I thought the second issue, the Pulp World one, I think was not that great. But I enjoyed the first issue of Multiversity. I enjoyed this one. I'm curious to see where this all goes and where it's all leading. I know in January we're getting the guidebook that, you know, spells out all the 52 worlds, and I'm very curious to see, you know, what each of them are, because we don't know yet. And I thought this was a strong one. It was, you know, it was just kind of an interesting Elseworlds kind of take on what would happen if the heroes grew up. Wally West is the Flash. In this, you know, it's like pre-New 52 characters. Damian Wayne has become Batman, Chris Kent, and all this stuff. It was kind of a mesh of 52 and pre-New 52 coming together, and it was just very interesting. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So I'm going to give this issue a 4 out of 5 for Multiversity the Just #1, and I recommend you guys check Multiversity as a whole out, or you know, check out the issues that you're interested in, because they are one-shots except for the 2 bookend issues. Because you know, who knows if it's going to actually lead to something, if it's going to play into anything. You know, we don't know at this point if it's just its own thing, or if it's, you know, affecting change throughout the universe, or throughout the main DC universe that we know now. But you know, I'm curious to see. That's what keeps driving me to pick this up, and it keeps driving my enjoyment as well. Plus, it's, you know, it's pretty good so far. So we'll see. But 4 out of 5 for Multiversity the Just #1. And that's going to wrap up this review. Check out all the other reviews on all the other content here on Comic Frontline. Check out comicfrontline.com and comicrelated.com for even more, both your #1 source for all your comic news, reviews, podcasts, and so much more. Check out Zone 4 Podcast, and Zone 4 is caught up on Frontline now. And check out Frontline Gaming Zone. And until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.